Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be talking about our in-depth experience of the new OnePlus Pad 2. Now OnePlus Pad 2 was launched alongside the OnePlus Nord 4 and a host of other devices as well. Now the OnePlus Pad 2 is probably the cheapest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 device in India. It just costs 39,999. That's the cheapest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip powered device, be it smartphone or any other tablet. So OnePlus Pad 2 is the successor of the OnePlus Pad launched last year. Then came the OnePlus Pad Go. Now this is a premium tablet from OnePlus. It ticks all the right boxes in terms of hardware. It has a 12.1-inch large display. It's a 3K display. Then you get the powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, then 9510 mAh battery, 67 watt charging, Oxygen OS with a host of features, and a very slim chassis. So it has all the right hardware for a premium tablet which doesn't cost a lot of money. In fact, this is probably the cheapest tablet with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So how does it work in terms of real world usage? That's what we're going to talk about in this detailed review. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish on this channel. Let's first talk about the design. Now if you look at the design language, now it's more or less similar to the previous generation Tab. Now this is a completely metal body, it's a completely metal chassis, and it feels very slim, around 6.54 mm in thickness, and it weighs around 580 grams or so, slightly heavier than the previous generation, but still using the device is very easy because the weight distribution is very nice. Actually it does feel pretty lightweight even though it's around 580 odd grams, but the usage is definitely good. That's one good thing about the tablet, and the slimness of the chassis makes it even better. So that's one good thing, the design. But the design language is kind of very plain and simple, nothing outstanding in terms of design language as such, because it's more or less similar. You have the circular camera layout and looks very similar to the previous OnePlus Pad. So design hasn't been anything refreshing or outstanding, but then the design is actually quite worthy in terms of usage aspect. Now the build quality is once again good. We have a metal construction, so it feels very nice in hands, and overall the edges have been given a curved finish towards the edges, so it does feel very good in hands. Now next, let's talk about the display. Now you get a 12.1-inch large display. It is a 3K display, and you can see here this is the 3K display with 144 Hz refresh rate. Now the refresh rate is something which is very smooth. Actually you get adaptive refresh rate. You can get 120, 144, then 60, 90, all those options are there, and a peak brightness of around 900 nits and a typical brightness of around 600 nits. That's again a bump up from the 500 nits typical brightness on the OnePlus original Pad. So the display has been improved here. Now you can also see that the bezels are quite okay. It's a 3K display. It's an IPS LCD panel, but still it has very good colors. It has Dolby Vision and HDR support is there, so you can watch all the content in really great resolution, and the HDR performance is also good. So display is definitely good on this tablet. So again we are not really sure about any display protection offered, that's not mentioned here, but the display quality is really good on this tab. Now being a 144 Hz refresh rate, the smooth experience makes it even better, because the touch response is very smooth and lag free experience, and overall the colors are also really nice. There is DCI-P3 color gamut support, so again richer colors, but again colors are very natural looking as well, and the brightness levels are also improved. Even the outdoor visibility also looks great. So the display is definitely good on this tab. Now next, let's talk about the software. Now talking about the software experience, now you get Android 14 out of the box, and this is with the Oxygen OS. So let's just talk about the about device. So you can see here Oxygen OS 14.1, OnePlus Pad 2, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and it will get 3 years of Android updates promised, so that's also good. Now software experience is good. You just have 3-finger screenshot. This is you can use it. Then we have this quick control file manager is also available here in this manner. Then you have a split screen option. So if you want to use the split screen, you can just go here and then go with the split screen. So one I selected. Now if I select YouTube, it will be in the two a split screen option. Then if I just file from here and if I take and just drag, you can just drop it onto the split screen. So you can see here 3 split screen options. So you can just manage these 3 split screen from here. So that's another good thing. You have option. Then you can see here these are available here. Then there are a lot of AI tools as well. Then you also have file dock functionality. File dock is something like a clipboard where you can drag and drop all the files. For example, if I'm just taking a screenshot, I can just drag and save to file dock. Now file dock I have saved, and once here I can just drag and drop the files here. So this is very useful functionality. So software experience is really good on this. You have plethora of options. Then AI tools are included as well. So those features makes it really useful in terms of multitasking. And then you also have the floating windows functionality with your OnePlus smartphone as well. So you can just pair it with the device and use it, and you get cellular network connectivity when you're pairing with a OnePlus smartphone. Now moving on to the performance side. Now this device has before is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the most powerful chip for an Android tablet or smartphone, and it has LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 3.1 storage. We would have liked the UFS 4.0, but again 3.1 isn't bad actually, and the performance is solid on this device. It's definitely the most powerful tab you can get at this price segment, and stellar performance whether it's gaming as well or it's regular day-to-day usage. You can even go for heavy tasks as well, but then it doesn't have any sort of issues. But there are some throttling issues as such, but that's more or less like the flagship devices you get. There are some throttling issues, but nevertheless it doesn't have any sort of heating issues, and it remains more or less cool. And even if you put it to heavy gaming, this performance is solid on this device. So performance probably it can be told as a performance beast. So if you're looking for the most powerful tablet, the OnePlus Pad 2 doesn't disappoint in that aspect. So that's the performance aspect of this tablet. So if you're looking for a great tablet which doesn't have any sort of hiccups and you want the most powerful tab, this is definitely the one to go. So that was the performance side. Now next other aspects include you get 6 speakers on this. So being a multimedia tablet, the most important thing is the speaker experience. 6 speakers, and the sound output is very good. Let's first have a look at the sound experience, and then we'll talk about the speaker setup once again. As you can see, the sound output is excellent on this tab. And one good thing about that this is OnePlus has a software experience wherein if you rotate the tab like this, the speakers are tuned in such a way that you get a different experience than when you use it like this. So when you turn the layout, the speakers actually rotate the experience based on how you're using. So that's one good thing, and the sound experience is very good. You also get LHDC support and high-res audio, but there is no 3.5mm audio jack on this. That's something which is a miss, especially for tablet. That should have been included, but you can use the USB Type-C port and connect it with wired earphones, USB Type-C wired earphones. That's that option is available. This is USB 3.2 support is included. So that's the performance side. And another thing which is missing is there is no fingerprint scanner on this. Probably that could have been included, on the side power button or somewhere on the side that could have been included. You have to always use the number pad. That's one thing which is missing on this tab. So that's the performance side. Now there is also no 5G support. There is no 5G or 4G LTE. In fact, there is no SIM card, but you can use connect with your OnePlus smartphone and use this share the network onto this tab, but then you don't have a standalone 5G network or 4G support. That could have been included, especially when this is a premium tablet. That could have been kept as an option as this. That's what we feel. That's one of the things OnePlus probably I would expect to fix in the next iteration. So that's the performance side and overall a stellar tablet. Now moving on to the camera. So these are very basic cameras. You get a 13 megapixel shooter on the rear and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Again, these are devices not for camera purpose, because these are you cannot just hold it and take pictures, but you can use this for video calls, and for that decent experience you can get. Here are a couple of samples here taken with the OnePlus Pad 2. Again, just average cameras, I would say. Again, nothing to boast about in the camera department. And finally, let's talk about the battery. Now you get a 9510 milliamp hour battery. It's a large capacity battery, and to support that there is 67 watt charging. Now the battery life, if I talk about, I've been using this for like more than 3 weeks now, and it's kind of okayish. I would say around 6 to 7 hours screen on time on an average we could get. It isn't bad by any means, but again it's not a stellar performer, but then for a moderate user it should be good enough. Around 6 to 7 hours easily you can get screen on time using this. And then if you are running out of battery, then you can quickly top it up with the 67 watt superbook charger. So fast charging is definitely an added benefit for this price segment too. So that's the battery life. And finally, let's talk about the accessories. So you get two accessories. One is the keyboard. Now unlike last time where the keyboard had the cover included, or rather it was a part of the keyboard, this time around the keyboard and the back cover are separate. Now the differentiating aspect is that previously you could just use the back cover and the keyboard at a single stretch. Now here you had to use the back cover like this to use it as a use it as a laptop kind of effect. So we'll just show you this how the this works. So you can see here, this is how the back cover works, and this is an independent keyboard with the pogo pin. Now you can connect with the pogo pin and charge it here, or you can use the Bluetooth. Now there are no additional charging slots available. It charges via the pogo pin, and it looks actually pretty good. The keyboard typing experience is also good. Talking about the keyboard, you can see here this is a almost like a full-fledged keyboard, although there is no number pad because of the restrictions. But then you can see here there is a full array of functions keys, including screenshot, play, pause button, volume increase, volume down, brightness control, microphone, everything you get in the top layer. And the keys have pretty good key travel as well, so it looks pretty good. And you get these options available here, and you can include the AI tools are available here. Then the spacing between keyboard is also good. The typing experience is also pretty nice actually. You don't feel it it's cramped, and definitely works pretty well. Again, you get a very large trackpad here. This is definitely one of the best trackpads on a Android tablet. It's very smooth and responsive. In fact, some of the times we felt it's kind of slightly over responsive, but still I would say for most users this is definitely one of the smoothest trackpad experience I've seen on a keyboard accessory. So that's good. You also get gesture support. A lot of gestures are also included, so you can use those gestures to navigate here. Screenshot, 3-finger screenshot is there. You can just include it, and so a whole lot of functionalities are there, including the gesture support on this. So this is a pretty good keyboard experience. Now you can, as I said before, if you need to use the keyboard, you need to just pull it out and then flip it, and you can start using the keyboard. I also get this pen input with this, and you can just attach it here to charge it. And if you are using the pen for drawing purpose, this is quite good. Otherwise not much of use, although there are some air gestures. They're not very perfectly tuned actually, but you can use this for sketching. If you are into a lot of sketching, this definitely works well. Otherwise for normal usage, I would say you can probably skip the stylus. The keyboard is a worthy accessory. The stylus works especially if you are into more of note taking or sketching. Otherwise for normal usage, this is not much of a very important one. That was my experience with the OnePlus Pad 2. So summing up, how good is the OnePlus Pad 2? It's an excellent tablet. I would say it's probably the best Android tablet out there, the most powerful Android tablet with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, excellent displays, great build quality, superb software experience. Actually there is hardly any issues to be pointed out in the software department. Decent battery life and average cameras, I would say. But the major downside I would say is the lack of 5G support. That should have been included. Probably that would make it even more better, especially when you're traveling. Although you can connect or rather share the internet connection from your smartphone, OnePlus smartphone, but then a standalone 5G network or a SIM card support would have been better. And there is no fingerprint scanner also. That's definitely not a major downside, but still that's one of the downside. And cameras are kind of very average. But otherwise, for a multimedia experience, this is stellar tablet from OnePlus in the form of OnePlus Pad 2. So that was my experience with OnePlus Pad 2. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. You can pick this OnePlus Pad 2 for as low as 39,999 for the 8GB RAM variant, and for that pricing, this is a stellar tablet. So that's it for this video. What do you guys think about the OnePlus Pad 2? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Amar signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.